Dear students of class 9A and 9B, welcome to my history series class. Today's topic, the Delhi Sultanate. Chapter number 8, the Delhi Sultanate. Points as I mentioned. First, introduction. The Muslim rulers came from different parts of the world to our country, India, initially to invade the country, to plunder Indian wealth. During that time, the temples were the warehouses of wealth in India. For example, temples of Mathura, temples of Gujarat, where huge quantities of gold ornaments, precious stones were, kept into the Garbhagriha. Rich people used to come and contributed gold coins, valuable, precious stones, ornaments, and offered huge amount of money to the temple's authority. The priests and the priest kept wealth in a secret place inside the temple. That's why during that period, when some Muslim countries of the world had been suffering financial trouble, like rulers of Turkey, rulers of Afghanistan, they had financial burden, financial problem. They were unable to introduce good system of administration. They were unable to provide facilities to their countrymen, and that's why an idea came to their mind to invade some countries of the world who were rich and prosperous. Our country, India, was prosperous, rich. It was due to that reason Mahmud of Ghazni invaded India, and at the cost of Indian wealth and money, he established a good administration there. He provided lots of facilities for his countrymen, constructed roads, parks, buildings, dug well for the cultivation, for helping the people, needy people, provided a number of health centers. These all were done at the cost of the wealth he plundered from India. The same footstep also was followed by another invader. He was Ahmad Shah Abdali. He came from Afghanistan. That very Afghan invader, according to some historians, invaded, Somnath temple, the famous temple of Gujarat, Somnath temple, for about 17 times, and looted immense wealth from there. And whenever his followers failed to plunder the rest amount of wealth, what he expected from there, he started destroying it. As a result, a number of temples were destroyed by the followers of Ahmad Shah Abdali. But the invasion under the invaders of Turkey and Afghanistan resulted in a rule under them in India, and it was started from 1206 CE to 1526. The rule under the Delhi Sultans continued in India, And the rule which was established by the foreign rulers, this rule is known as the rule of the Delhi Sultanate. This period saw a new political waves and administrative setup in India. There came a remarkable development in the field of literacy in the field of archaeology under them, which also are the most important sources about the rulers in India who ruled for several years. Now, what are the sources of history under the Delhi Sultanates? The Delhi Sultanate introduced their own administration, they introduced their own culture, literary achievements introduced in India as ruler. Now, what are the religious sources? Now, I am going to discuss about the religious literary sources. You know, a number of Muslim historians, by writing a number of books during the reign of the Delhi Sultanate, proved that the Delhi Sultanate, during the period of Delhi Sultanate, the rulers, they established their own rule, provided facilities for the countrymen, and ultimately they showed their skills, talents and merits. These all are written as informations in the books of the historians, chronicles, writers. They wrote about the administrative system under the rulers of the Delhi Sultanate. A number of books written by them in Persian language of the Turks, Marco Polo, some foreign invaders, some foreign historians, travelers came to the court under the Delhi Sultans. They also wrote some books like Marco Polo, Nicola Conti. They all wrote a number of books which help us to know about this period. And among these writers, some of the Indian writers also were there. Out of it, Chand Vardai was the first and foremost, who wrote the famous book Prithviraj Raso. In this famous book, he also narrated Prithviraj Raso to be a powerful ruler during that period, who faced Muhammad Ghori and faced two wars against Muhammad Ghori. The first war of the Battle of Tarain, first Battle of Tarain, and the second Battle of Tarain. He vividly expressed his ideas, his knowledge, and the facts and incidents, whatever he wrote in the famous book Prithviraj Raso. This book is an important document about the history of during the last period of the Sultans or Sultanate, or first half of the Delhi Sultanate. A battle between Prithviraj Chauhan and Muhammad Ghori, and what happened to them. All of us have knowledge that in the first battle of Tarain, Prithviraj Chauhan defeated the Turkish ruler Muhammad Ghori, and the second battle of Tarain, Prithviraj Chauhan was defeated by Muhammad Ghori. And now, next point, archaeological sources. Some archaeological sources also are the most important evidence about the history of the Delhi Sultanate. Inscriptions. Balwan's inscription in Delhi, this is the most important, important. These are the most important documents about the history of the Delhi Sultanate. Some coins also are there. Some monuments also are there. Like one of these, first and foremost, is Qutub Minar. It gives us detailed information about the sultans under the Delhi Sultanate. And besides inscriptions, a number of inscriptions beginning from the 12th century, which are found in and around Delhi, and Uttar Pradesh helps us to reconstruct the past history of the Delhi Sultanate. These consists of land grants made by, rulers and nobles. And various descriptions, from these various descriptions, we come to know about the battle scenes, about the, principles, policies of the Delhi Sultanate. And in addition to copper plates, we also come to know about the history of the Delhi Sultanate, and some of the writers also wrote in Sanskrit, Arabic, Persian. The book Urdu also was written. These all are the sources of information about the rule of the Delhi Sultanate. And next point, establishment of the Delhi Sultanate. And before establishment of the Delhi Sultanate, one point I would like to explain, that is monuments. Monuments. The Kuwait Islam Mosque, or Qutubuddin Aibak, built one mosque, and it was completed by, his son-in-law, Iltutmish. Later, the name of that monument is Qutub Minar, Besides it, some mosques also were constructed by the former rulers, that was the Alai Darwaja. Alai Darwaja was constructed by Alauddin Khilji, the tomb of Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, and the memoirs and the numerous monuments, numerous mosques, gardens, public, baths. These were constructed by the former rulers, Firuz Shah Tughlaq, and the evidence of the greatness of the, Delhi Sultanates. These all are the evidences of the Delhi Sultans. One of the most magnificent archaeological sources constructed by the Turks. What is about it? It was completed by Iltutmish, son-in-law of Qutubuddin Aibak. Actually, what happened? Many historians debated regarding the origin of the name of the minar, Qutub Minar. According to some historians, it was named in honor of Qutubuddin Aibak, but it is absolutely wrong. One Sufi saint came to the court of Qutubuddin Aibak. He gained popularity and honor as a Sufi saint. His name was Qutubuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki. He gained popularity and high respect from the people, and hence, after the death of Qutubuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki, Qutubuddin Aibak decided to make an image of that very Sufi saint. That's why he started constructing a monument, named it Qutub Minar. Why? Because he started constructing that very monument to commemorate the image of that very Sufi saint Qutubuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki, and named it Qutubuddin Aibak. But he did not start constructing in the name of himself, because he was Qutubuddin Aibak. He was also Qutubuddin. So it was not in the name of him, but in the name of Qutubuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki. He named it Qutubuddin Qutub Minar. But unfortunately, he died before he completed the construction work. After his death, his son-in-law completed the construction work of Qutub Minar. And the Qutub Minar finally was constructed. Construction was completed finally by his son-in-law, Qutubuddin, son-in-law Iltutmish. Now, the circular tower of the Qutub Minar and height, these all are, estimated. The amount of money for the construction was done by Qutubuddin himself. But later on, Iltutmish decided to invest much more money, only because of the reason he wanted to give more height of it. Ultimately, Qutubuddin Aibak, Qutbuddin Aibak completed the construction work, and then made it a very important historical site. The travelers of different parts of the world generally come to witness, to visit the historical spot. The entrance to the tower is through the doorway on the northern side. Inside the tower, there are 379 stairs, which lead to the top. The minar is divided by several, decorative hands, and the lines of Quran also are inscribed on the wall. The minar has numerous inscriptions in Arabic and Nagari characters. Red sandstone, marble, and grey quartz have been used while constructing the tower. And it is said that Qutub Minar is the tallest stone tower in India. And now establishment of the Delhi Sultanate, the last point. The establishment of the Delhi Sultanate began with the invasion of Muhammad Ghori in India. Muhammad Ghori in India. He found the Indian subcontinent to conquer. The Rajputs, despite having the elaborate code of conduct, lacked a sense of unity. The Rajputs. He conquered Ghazni and established Ghori dynasty at Ghor in Afghanistan in the 12th century. Unlike Muhammad of Ghazni, he came to India only to plunder and acquire the wealth of India. Muhammad Ghori was looking as it to settle down and establish the rule in India. Muhammad Ghori invaded India and occupied Punjab and Sirhind by 1190 CE. This led to two battles fought between Prithviraj Chauhan, the Rajput ruler of Ajmer and Delhi. The battles were fought at Tarain near Delhi in 1191 and 1192 CE. In the first battle, as I mentioned earlier, my dear students, Muhammad Ghori was defeated by Prithviraj Chauhan, but in the second battle of Tarain in the year 1192 CE, Prithviraj Chauhan was defeated by Muhammad Ghori. Muhammad Ghori took over Delhi and Ajmer and established the Turkish rule in India. The bitter rivalry and constant friction between the local rulers made the Indian subcontinent as easy prey to foreign conquerors. Most of the rulers of India, they had no unity. They remained busy in safeguarding their own interests. They had no sense of responsibility for the country. Most of them, they wanted to be powerful than other races, other tribes, other races. Muhammad Ghori realized it, the drawbacks of the Indians, took its advantages and established Muslim rule in India. However, Muhammad Ghori did not directly rule the areas he conquered in India. Instead of it, he left them to his very, very important trusted general Qutbuddin Aibak, who was also his slave once upon a time. He established the slave dynasty. Qutbuddin Aibak established the slave dynasty, the Delhi Sultanate. The Delhi Sultanate comprised of many dynasties from 1206 to 1526 CE. But Qutbuddin Aibak established slave dynasty in India, and under his rule, the Delhi Sultanate, witnessed a remarkable era, remarkable development helped India to be powerful country only because of most of the rulers, most of the local tribes who had many grievances, Qutbuddin Aibak forced them to accept his political superiority only because of his good administration, his welfare works, which attracted the people of India. And he assumed the title Lakh's Box because he had good quality, like, contribute lakhs of money even for the needy people. He did not spare time, he did not waste his time in thinking whether he would contribute, whether he would pay money to the needy people. As soon as he felt that that very person required really money, it required, immediately he paid money, he contributed his cooperation towards the needy person by spending a lot of money. That's why he obtained that very much title, that very important title, Lakh's Box. And during the rule of Qutbuddin Aibak, all the nobles, all the zamindars, all the powerful rulers, rich people, powerful ruler and rich people, they all accepted him to be their ruler. And as a result of it, during his rule from Delhi, he ruled the country efficiently. But suddenly, that very person died. And after his death, a war of succession started. And what happened to them? Next day, I shall discuss. Up to this, my dear students, thank you.